Gazebo. That morning, she pulls teachers over my belly and licks it off. That afternoon, she tries to jump out the window. I go, "Holly, this can't continue. This has to stop." We're sitting on a sofa in one of the upstairs suites. There were any number of vacancies to choose from. But we needed a suite, a place to move around in and be able to talk. So we looked up the motel office that morning and gone upstairs to a suite. She goes, "Duane, this is killing me." We were drinking teachers with eyes on water. We'd slept a while between morning and afternoon. Then she was out of bed and threatening to climb out the window in her undergarments. I had to get her in a hold. We were only 2 floors up, but even so. "I've had it," she goes. "I can't take it anymore." She puts her hand to her cheek and closes her eyes. She turns her head back and forth and makes this humming noise. I could die seeing her like this. "Take what?" I go. "Though of course I know. I don't have to spell it out for you again," she goes. "I've lost control, I've lost pride. I used to be a proud woman." She's an attractive woman, just past 30. She's tall and has long black hair and green eyes, the only green-eyed woman I've ever known. In the old days, I used to say things about her green eyes, and she'd tell me it was because of them she knew she was meant for something special. And didn't I know it? I feel so awful from one thing and the other. I can hear the telephone ringing downstairs in the office. It has been ringing off and on all day. Even when I was dozing, I could hear it. I'd open my eyes and look at the ceiling and listen to it ring and wondered what was happening to us. But maybe I should be looking at the floor. "My heart is broken," she goes. "It's turned to a piece of stone. I'm no good. That's what's as bad as anything. I'm no good anymore." "Holly," I go. When we'd first moved down here and taken over as managers, we thought we were out of the woods. Free rent and free utilities plus $300 a month. You couldn't beat it with a stick. Holly took care of the books. She was good with figures and she did most of the renting of the units. She liked people and people liked her back. I saw to the grounds, mowed the grass and cut weeds, kept the swimming pool clean, did the small repairs. Everything was fine for the first year. I was holding down on the job night and we were getting ahead. We had plans. Then one morning, I don't know, I just laid some bathroom tile in one of the units when this little Mexican maid comes in to clean. It was Holly had hired her. I can't really say I'd noticed the little thing before, though we spoke when we saw each other. She called me, I remember, "Mister." Anyway, one thing and the other. So after that morning, I started paying attention. She was a neat little thing with fine white teeth. I used to watch her mouth. She started calling me by my name. One morning, I was doing a washer for one of the bathroom faucets, and she comes in and turns on the TV as maids are like to do. While they clean, that is. I stopped what I was doing and stepped outside the bathroom. She was surprised to see me. She smiles and says my name. It was right after she said it that we got down on the bed. "Holly, you're still a proud woman," I go. "You're still number 1. Come on, Holly." She shakes her head. "Something's died in me," she goes. "It took a long time for it to do it, but it's dead. You've killed something. It's like you took an axe to it. Everything's dirt now." She finishes her drink, and then she begins to cry. I make to hug her, but it's no good. I freshen our drinks and look out the window. 2 cars without out-of-state plates are parked in front of the office, and the drivers are standing at the door, talking. One of them finishes saying something to the other and looks around at the units and pulls his chain. There's a woman there too, and she has her face up to the glass. Hand shielding her eyes, peering inside, she tries the door. The phone downstairs begins to ring. Even a while ago when we were doing it, you were thinking of her, Holly goes. Duane, this is hurtful. She takes the drink I gave her. Holly, I go. It's true, Duane, she goes. Just don't argue with me, she goes. She walks up and down the room in her underpants and her brassiere, her drink in her hand. Holly goes, You've got outside marriage. It's trust that you killed. I get down on my knees and start to beg, but I'm thinking of Juanita. This is awful. I don't know what's going to happen to me or to anyone else in the world. I go, Holly, honey, I love you. In the lot, someone leans on a horn, stops, and then leans again. Holly wipes her eyes. She goes, Fix me a drink. This was too watery. Let them blow their stinking horns. I don't care. I'm moving to Nevada. Don't move to Nevada, I go. You're talking crazy, I go. I'm not talking crazy, she goes. Nothing's crazy about Nevada. You can stay here with your cleaning woman. I'm moving to Nevada either there or kill myself. Holly, I go. Holly, nothing, she goes. She sits on the sofa and draws her knees up to under her chin. Fix me another pop, you son of a bitch, she goes. Fuck those horn blowers, let them do their dirt in their travelodge. Is that where your cleaning woman cleans now? Fix me another, you son of a bitch. She sets her lips and gives me her special look. Drinking's funny. When I took back on it, all of our important decisions had been figured out when we were drinking. Even when we talked about having to cut back down on our drinking, we'd be sitting at the kitchen table or out at the picnic table with a six-pack or whiskey. When we made up our minds to move down here and take this job as managers, we sat up a couple of nights, drinking while we weighed the pros and the cons. I poured the last of the teachers into a glass and add cubes and a spill of water. Holly gets off the sofa and stretches on out across the bed. She goes, Did you do it to her in this bed? I don't have anything to say. I feel all out of words inside. I give her the glass and sit down in the chair, drink my drink and think it's not ever going to be the same. Duane? She goes, Holly? My heart was slowed. I wait. Holly was my own true love. The thing with the Juanita was 5 days a week between the hours of 10 and 11. It was in whatever unit she was in when she was making her cleaning rounds. I'd just walk in where she was working and shut the door behind me. But mostly it was in 11. It was in 11 that was our lucky room. We were sweet with each other, but swift. It was fine. I think Ollie could maybe have weathered it all out. I think the thing she had to do was really give it a try. Me, I held on to the night job. A monkey could do that work. But things here were going downhill fast. We just didn't have the heart for it, anyone. I stopped cleaning the pool. It filled up with green chick, so the guests wouldn't use it anymore. I didn't fix any more faucets or lay any more tile or do any of the touch-up painting. Well, the truth is, we were both hitting it pretty hard. Booze takes a lot of time and effort if you're going to do a good job with it. Holly wasn't registering the guests right either. She was charging too much or else not collecting what she should. Sometimes she'd put 3 people to a room with only 1 bed in it, or else she'd put a single in where the bed was a king size. I tell you, there were complaints, and sometimes there were words. Folks would load up and go somewhere else. The next thing, there's a letter from the management people. Then there's another, certified. There's telephone calls, there's someone coming down from the city, but we had to stop caring, and that's a fact. We knew our days were numbered, we had fooled our lives, and we were getting ready for a shake-up. Holly's a smart woman, she knew it first. Then, that Saturday morning, we woke up, after a night of rehashing the situation. We opened our eyes and turned in bed to take a good look at each other. We both knew it then. We'd reached the end of something, and the thing was to find out where new to start. We got up and got dressed, had coffee, and decided on this talk. Without nothing interrupting, no calls, no guests. That's when I got the teachers. We locked up and came upstairs, here with the ice glasses bottles. First off, we watched the color TV and frolicked some and let the phone ring away downstairs. For food, we went out and got cheese crisps from the machine. There was this funny thing of anything could happen now that we realized everything had. Well, we were just kids before we married, Holly goes. When we had big plans and hopes, you remember? She was sitting on the bed, holding her knees and her drink. I remember, Holly. You weren't my first, you know. My first was Wade. Imagine Wade. And your name's Duane. Wade and Duane. Who knows what I was missing all those years? You are my everything, just like the song. I go, you're a wonderful woman, Holly. I know you've had the opportunities. But I didn't take them up on it, she goes. I couldn't go outside the marriage. Holly, please. I go, no more now, honey. Let's not torture ourselves. What is it we should do? Listen, she goes. You remember the time we drove out to the old farm place outside of Yakima, out past Harris Heights? We were just driving around. We were on this little dirt road and it was hot and dusty. We kept going and came to that old house and you asked if we could have a drink of water. Can you imagine us doing that now? Going up to a house and asking for a drink of water? Those old people must be dead now, she goes, side by side out there in some cemetery. You remember they asked us in for cake and later on they showed us around and there was this gazebo there out back. It was out back under some trees. It had a little picked roof and the paint was gone and there were these weeds growing up over the steps and the woman said the years before, I mean a real long time ago, men used to come around and play music out there on a Sunday and the people would sit and listen. I thought we'd be like that too when we got old enough. Dignified and in a place and people would come to our door. I can't say anything just yet and I go, Molly, these things we look back on them too. We go, remember the motels with all the croutes on the pole? I go, you see what I'm saying, Holly? But Holly just sits there on the bed with her glass. I can see she doesn't know. I move over to the window and look out from behind the curtain. Someone says something below that rattles the door to the office. I stay there. I pray for a sign from Molly. I pray for Molly to show me. I hear a car start, then another. They turn on their lights against the building and one after the other pull away and go out into the traffic. Duane, Holly goes. In this too, she was right.